guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know what that was. I'm still not used to this.
This shit is hard.
For today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look that you see right here. It's my go-to, easy, everyday red lip makeup look. Holy, that's a long ass name, but I don't care. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna call this yet, but this is the red lip look that I wear all the time, and I get a lot of questions about what I used. So I would say that 90% of the times this is what I was wearing. So if you want to know how I achieved this look and what my favorite red lip combo is, then please keep on watching and get ready with me. Film for like over a month now, and I gotta say, it feels weird to be back on camera, especially looking like this.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
And that's why today is gonna be a very matte and full coverage makeup look.
Because I can't afford miracle drops.
We're going to be using a lot of matte products today, so I want my base to be moisturized and hydrated. That way, whatever we put on top is not going to cake up and we're not going to have that cake face. I don't know about you, but I'm not about that life. And if you are,
you really need to reevaluate your life. I'm sorry we can't be friends.
Do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
So to add an extra layer of hydration, I'm going to be using Laura Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. Just put that all over your face. It has that like white, creamy, wet.
That's what she said.
Consistency that it gives your makeup something to stick on so that it lasts longer on your skin. And just because I'm feeling a little extra today, I added another primer. It's a smoothing primer from Tarte Cosmetics. It's called Timeless Smoothing Primer. It's this one over here, and I just applied that on my T-zone just to give that extra smoothing and poreless finish. I'm probably gonna go for a long walk after this. I'm gonna powder my T-zone just because I have an oily T-zone, and this will prevent the oils from seeping throughout the day.
It looks like a little ting-ting.
Make sure to brush it off after. For foundation, I'm going to be using two different ones. I'm going to be doing a concoction of this two. I know it's a little extra, but I'm trying to use up all my foundation so I can get new ones. Also, I can't really use the Studio Fix Fluid from MAC by itself because I find that it's too matte on my dry skin and it's too pigmented that it oxidizes so bad, meaning it gets darker on your skin after having it on for about 30 minutes or so, to a point where you can look like burnt orange, which is not a cute look unless you want to look like Oompa Loompa.
I don't like the look of it. Oompa Loompa.
We try not to judge in 2020, but I will definitely judge you. But if you're looking for a matte and full coverage foundation, I would still highly recommend this. However, you gotta make sure that you're moisturized before you put on your makeup and you get a shade or two lighter than your skin tone rather than darker, because it's definitely gonna deepen on your skin tone. So to match up my skin tone, I'm going to be using L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 470 Radiant Honey, which is a little bit lighter. And I just mixed those two in my little coaster here. I got this from Michael's for like $3 or $5. And then I apply it on my face. As you can see, it's so full coverage, and it covered pretty much all my hyperpigmentation, all my breakouts. Well, except this one over here. I popped it last night. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm also not supposed to be eating any dairy products because they break me out.
Because I'm lactose intolerant.
But you know what? I still do, so
I'ma just need you to mind your own business. Thank you so much.
And now for concealer, I'm going to be using my favorite. It's the one from Jouer Cosmetics. This one has a very long name and very hard shade name to pronounce. And
I really don't want to do that to myself right now.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So I'm just gonna leave it on the screen and I'm just gonna get you guys to figure that out. because I want this look to be very like bronze and sculpted. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Espresso. So we're still gonna bronze later on with a powder, but this will just help us give that like natural looking tan look.
What?
We're just gonna bake everywhere we put concealer on, well except the bronzing concealer.
Duh.
I don't know if I told you what powder I used, but it's the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder, Translucent Extra Coverage. And now while we're baking, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown.
Moments later. More moments later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
So we're just gonna brush off the baking. And I'm also setting the face with Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade Medium. Sorry, my eyebrows are really annoying me today. They're not being very cooperative. I know you're not supposed to make them look like twins, but
You at least want to make them look like sisters.
but today they decided.
No, we want to look adopted.
For contour, I'm gonna be using Kevyn Aucoin. Oh my goodness. Now for contour, I'm gonna be using Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in the shade Deep.
Just so Mama likes it.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
I'm not really gonna put a lot. It's more like stamping it and stippling it a bit just to kind of give that sculpted look.
Oh my goodness.
And you really want to be precise when it comes to contouring, otherwise it can make you look like you got punched in the face because it has that like purple deep undertone in it. And I'm gonna use MAC Give Me Sun for bronzer. And for highlight, I'm gonna be using Desi X Katy Dose of Colors Fuego Highlighter, and it's the shade over here. It's pretty bronzy, and as you can tell, it's very well loved. For blush, I'm going to be using this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. Okay, and I'm using this one over here. As you can tell, it's the only one I use from this palette, and it's in the shade Angelic.
Just like me.
So that hair situation was not it, so I had to tie my hair, and now that we look like a founding father, we can now set the face. And once you feel like your face is a little dry from the setting spray, I use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, by the way. You just want to go back in with your beauty sponge and kind of like press everything in. You're doing this to make sure that your makeup all comes together and none of your makeup collects to your fine lines. Okay, so before we move into the eyes, I'm just putting a little brow gel, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Dark Brown. So for the eyes, I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's okay, this is very dirty because we're gonna be doing a very bold lip. I don't want anything crazy on my eyes, so I'm just gonna be doing an easy brown eye look.
Wait a minute.
Is that right, grammar? So I'm just gonna be
Oh my goodness.
Don't grump your stomach.
Alright, so I'm just gonna use burnt orange. It's this shade over here as our first shade. What? Transition shade. First shade. Crease shade.
You got it, dude.
You can be very sloppy with this, especially with this makeup look. And just to deepen it up a little bit, I'm gonna take Raw Sienna from the same palette. It's this one over here. And just take a little bit of that and focusing that on the outer corner. Alright, so I just did the exact same thing on my lower lash line, and now I kind of look like I'm having an allergic reaction. So
I think that's our cue to stop.
sorry, I lied. I'm not done. So I just used the shade Cypress Umber, kind of like as my eyeliner, and I wasn't really like precise with it. For mascara, I used the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. And now for the main star of the show, which is the lips. So first, I'm gonna line and fill in my lips with this MAC Pro Longwear Lip Pencil in the shade He Said, She Said. This is definitely one of my favorites when it comes to red lip pencil because it's so pigmented, super long wearing that you can use this as its own. And now for my favorite red liquid lipstick, I'm going to be using Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick. As you can tell, it's very pigmented. It's also very long wearing, and in my opinion, it would look good on all skin types. And nowadays, it's very hard to find a classic true red without that orange undertone or like the blue undertone, which is like something like deep. And that is it. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. Again, this is my favorite red lip combo, and I find the most flattering on me when it comes to red lipstick. And even though it's a true red, because when it comes to bold lips, I gravitate towards more on the blue undertone or like deep category. So what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know what your favorite red lip combo is. I'm always down to trying new ones, especially when it comes to red lipstick. It's very classic, very feminine, and it brings out the boss ass bitch in me. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking now. This video is already too long. As per usual, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the...
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Whatever you need to ring, just not our doorbell, please. And now
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think I forgot to tell you what shade this is. It's Stila All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Fiery, F-I-E-R-Y. It's red.